Annyeong! Welcome to L Sessions! Are you starting to feel a lot more confident about your Excel skills? Then let's complete the IT support list. One of the tools that can help a lot with this is the fill handle. The fill handle is located at the bottom right-hand corner of a cell. When you hover over it, you should get a small black cross. At its simplest, the fill handle allows us to quickly copy. Let's have a look. So I'm going to click and drag down to row 9 and release. And it has copied the branch for me. The fill handle can do some slightly clever things there as well. So I'm going to click on to B5 where I've got my record number, and I actually want this to go T1001, T1002 and so on. Let's see what happens when I drag my fill handle. Now, what has happened here is the fill handles given us what's called a series. Where you have a combination of text and numbers, it actually adds 1 to the numbers. Let's see what happens with our dates. So I'm going to click the first. This time, however, instead of dragging, I'm going to try a shortcut. I'm going to double click the fill handle. Again, we've got a series with adding 1 to each date, which is perfect. Let's see what happens with days of the week. So I've clicked Monday, and again, to come to my fill handle and double click. Well, that is clever, and that will work with days of the week, all months of the year. Now, I've done each of those individually so that you can see how they work. But to show you how quick this could have been, I'm going to undo those last 3 changes. So we will use Ctrl Z. I'm going to select all 3 of these and then double click my fill handle. Oops. And you can see you don't even have to do them one at a time. Now each of my IT support shifts is 8 hours. So really, I just want this to be copied down. Let's see what happens when we double click the fill handle. There you go. With dates, we get a series, but with numbers, we automatically get a copy. Now, I need to number my shifts for the next 2 weeks, but I know that when I double click my 1, I'm just going to get a series of 1s. However, Excel does actually give you options. Whenever you use the fill handle, you should see a little icon come up at the bottom, and if you hover over it, you'll see it's called autofill options. So let's do here. I'm going to click on the drop down arrow, and you'll see it has chosen the copy cells. But you do have the option to do a fill series. There you go. Now, let's see what would happen with our options for our date. So I'm going to go back to date here and double click. Have a look at my options, and this time I choose series. But I could choose a copy So if you need to do that, you have that, but dates as well. So I could do fill weekdays or fill months, but I'd like to get back to my fill series. So quite a rich selection of options. The fill handle also allows you to do simple patterns. So for example, my cumulative hours. Total hours on IT support is going to go up in 8s. If I just copy 16, that's not going to work. But if I select both 8 and 16, so I tell Excel there's a pattern. You will see there's a small box on the lower right again, and this is the quick analysis. And then double click. There we go, counting in 8s. And Excel could do this for quite a range of fairly straightforward patterns. Let's look at a slightly more complex one. So I have my 5 IT support staff here, and I'm going to select them all, and now drag, and it has copied down the whole group. Now, one really exciting feature that was added in, I think this is only available to users of 2013, 2016, and it's also working with my current version 2019, is something called Flash Fill, which is an even more sophisticated pattern matcher. If you have a look here, I have Alessia's address, which is made up of her first name, a dot, and his surname, and then the company name. Now, if I come and copy that down, it just copies it. But if I come to my autofill options, you'll see there's an option to do flash fill, and when I click on that, it spots the pattern and automatically creates addresses for all of my stuff. There you go. Have a go at using the fill handle yourself.